Hello? Hello?
Podcast Network Asia.
Hi, this is Alec Cuenca, and you're listening to Small Talk. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. My name is Alec Cuenca, and I'm your host. And before anything else, I would like to greet each and every one of you. Welcome to the show. If this is your first time, then I hope that you enjoy this episode because today we have a very special episode. It's unlike any other episodes. But I am joined with someone else. Pero unlike before na sila yung interviewin ko, I am the one being interviewed on this episode. And I'm really happy that one of my friends, one of my online friends, and my producer for the show, who works behind the scenes, who work with me with anything podcast related, is joining me today. So I'm very happy to welcome on the show Nikay. Hi, Nikay. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, listeners. What's up?
Okay. So, basically, magkukantuhan lang naman tayo, no? Sige, ikaw na bahala.
Okay, sige.
You go ahead.
Okay, so to start, Alec is lying. He is not the host for this episode. So, okay lang ba i-redo natin yung intro mo? Pwede ba natin gawin yon?
Sige.
Ano ba yung spiel mo? I forgot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. This is Nikay, and I'm gonna be your host for this very, very, very special episode. So, imbis na si Alec yung mag-interview, tayo naman yung mag-interview kay Alex. So, my first question would be, how did you discover podcasts?
Actually, it started 2 years ago nung nag-try ako mag-YouTube eh. Try ako mag-vlogging. Vlogging was, the thing. So when I was gifted a phone that had a decent camera, I said, okay, I'm gonna start documenting my life. And so I did for 2 years. And then after 2 years, it became very tedious. Medyo maagaw na sa oras. And at that time, I was also reading a book by Gary Vaynerchuk titled Crushing It. And he basically wrote there that audio is the future. Tapos nabanggit niya yung podcast. And that was the first time that I actually heard of the word podcast. So I searched it. Akala ko nung una parang radio station lang na mag-shout out or mag-play na music. Hindi pala. Sobrang daming klaseng podcast pala meron. So after that, I listened to some podcasts and I said na, okay, I want to create one. Before si Joy Spring, Boiling Waters, and sila Cool Pass, sila lang yun nandun, mga konti pa lang. And sabi ko, wow, Joy Spring's podcast is really nice and I want to have one. Gusto ko rin magkaroon ng pangalan sa Spotify. So I researched, inaral ko, and then, doon ako nagsimula mag-podcast.
Your vlogs before, was it like a daily thing na ginagawa mo?
Yes. Actually, sumabay pa nga ako sa parang vlogmas na parang every single day for 21 days pag Christmas, di ba? You're just gonna film everything that you're doing. And then, yung mga usual stuff lang yon about yung mga resorts na pupuntahan mo, yung mga pagkain, mga restaurants. Pero that was it. And at that time, I felt like I know I could do more. It felt like there was something missing. Na I didn't feel fulfilled. The numbers were growing slowly, steadily, nag-i-increase ang subscribers, ang views, pero there was just something missing. And so I started podcasting, di ba?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Curious kasi ako sa vlogs mo. Kino-compare ko kasi yung vlogs mo and yung podcast mo ngayon. Pero the purpose of your vlogs before, was it like to help other people also or no naman?
Oh no, hindi. That was just purely for entertainment. Saka for myself lang talaga. Alam mo, that's the weird thing about this whole journey that I've been on. It started out very selfish na at first I just wanted to become famous dahil papansin ako, gusto ko lang na attention is on me.
Okay.
Pero it evolved when I started podcasting and I created a few episodes. Tapos I could recall it was like five episodes and I had like 8 to 10 listeners at that time. And then someone messaged me. Sabi niya sa message, "You don't know me, I don't know you, but you saved me tonight."
Wow.
And when he said that, I was like, wow, this is a feeling that I'd always want to feel. This is it. This is something, ito yung missing nung sa vlog. And then I doubled down on podcasting. I quit YouTube. Hindi na ako gumagawa ng videos. And the rest was history.
Oh, wow. So, out of curiosity lang naman to again. Anong podcast shows ang nakapag-inspire sa'yo to, start your own?
Well, si Joy Spring, actually, she was the only Filipino podcaster na pinapakinggan ko. Tapos, parang naghanap ako ng iba under the category of self-help, self-improvement. Nakita ko si Jay Shetty, yung On Purpose with Jay Shetty, and then Mindset Mentor with Rob Dial. So yun talagang tatlong yun. Actually, yung dalawa lang yun. Si Joy Spring, nung nakita ko na si Joy Spring, sabi ko lang, ay, posible pala yung Filipino ka, may podcast ka. So siya yung naging inspiration ko to start. Pero most of, the two podcasts that I mentioned, yun talaga yung nag-hook sa akin sa podcasting. And until now, I listen to them to get some ideas and inspiration.
Yeah. And share ko lang din, the first time I discovered what a podcast was, I was on a very, very, very long ride to Sagada. And medyo napagod na akong makinig sa music. So, pumunta ako sa Spotify and tinignan ko, ano ba itong mga podcast na to? So, nakita ko nga, yun, yung Mindset Mentor. And it really helped me a lot. It's very motivational, very inspirational. And it's not that lengthy. The episodes are very digestible. And I'm happy na people like you or people like Joy Spring or people like Coach Laika, for example, started their own show as well as a way to help people in need in their own little ways. So, yeah.
Yeah, and alam mo, nakakatuwa din doon. Parang, I'm really heavy into, kung merong isa talaga si Rob Dial yun sa Mindset Mentor. And probably, the early episodes that I had was, dun nang galing sa Mindset Mentor. So I would listen to some of his old podcasts and I would think of a time that I could relate to it, that I experienced it firsthand. And then I would create my own show. I would create my own episode from dun sa napakinggan ko. Tapos, ayun, nagulat na lang ako na marami din talagang tao na, alam mo yun, na hindi naaabot si Rob Dial or hindi nare-reach yung ganun. So, I'm really happy na kahit pa paano ako yung naging bridge sa concept na tinuturo niya and doon sa mga tao na nakikinig ng podcast dito sa Pilipinas.
Right. So, for the shows, kunyari itong show mo, 100 episode mo na, you must have done a lot of recordings already.
Yeah.
That must have took so much of your time. Pero, there has to be a reason why you do all these episodes. So, what made you realize that you really want to help people?
Okay. So, it started back in 2017. I've mentioned parts of this sa iba kong mga podcast episode. Pero for the people who don't know the origin story of Small Talk, it started back in 2017 where I experienced my first heartbreak. And alam niyo naman, pag bata ka, tas nakaramdam ka ng ganong klaseng heartbreak, di mo alam kung paano mo i-handle eh. Tapos, I became very depressed and that, I didn't eat right, I didn't sleep right, I drank a lot of times. There were a streak that I did for 21 straight days. I would get drunk. Like 21 straight, walang pahinga. Kahit Sunday,
Sabado. Galing.
21 straight days. And then, I was also, hindi tayo magmamalinis dito. I also tried some drugs and it was like, alam mo yun, talagang nagsira ako ng buhay.
Right.
And then at one point, I hit my lowest. I was planning to take my own life. And then, well, basically what happened is I planned on going out of town and doing it there. And, I was influenced by 13 Reasons Why.
Ooh,
Yung
wow.
drama.
So, somewhere along the way ko pala si
series.
Clay.
Si Hannah Baker.
Ay, si Hannah Baker pala. Si Hannah Baker. Sorry.
Ayun. So, bala ko dapat doon gawin. And then, nung papunta na ako doon, sabi ko, Okay, I'm going to give life one more chance. So I opened my phone because I wrote goodbye letters. Ganun na kasagad. I wrote goodbye letters. I withdrew all my money, and then punta na ako sa lugar na yun. And then I said, oh, sige, I give life one more chance. And I opened my phone, and then wala pang 1 minute tumatawag na si mama sa akin. And nung sinagot ko, I could hear the tremble in her voice, hindi siya nakatulog, na talagang inisip niya lang
Nawawala ka na ba during
Nawawala
this time?
na ako. Like, for 12 hours after I sent out goodbye messages, I turned off my phone. I rode the bus. And for me, that was the longest bus ride that I've ever been at. Kasi talagang, it was all black and white, and talagang wala ka na maramdaman, wala ka na maisip. And then I answered the phone, and my mom just said, "Nak, uwi ka na." Ayun lang. Yun na yung sinabi niya. And the moment that I heard her voice, I snapped out. I said to myself, what am I doing? Like, what is this? What am I doing? This is wrong. This is stupid. So, sumagot lang ako, and sabi ko, "I'm sorry, ma. Coming home." Tapos, I went home. Funny thing, hindi ko nababanggit to, actually. Kasi nung pumunta ako, wala na akong pera. Diba? Sabi ko, one-way ticket na lang to. So, wala na akong chance na bumalik. Kasi sure na ako, gagawin ko na. And then, meron ako nakatabi. Sabi nung katabi ko, "Sorry, nag-eavesdrop ako. Pero I heard na nagkabati na kayo ng mami mo." Akala niya nag-away kami. Nagkabati na kayo ng mami mo. Sabi niya. Tapos sabi ko, "Yeah, okay po, okay na." Oh, sabi niya, "Meron ka bang dalang bala dyan?" Sabi niya gano'n sa akin. Ako, anong bala? Sabi niya. So sabi ko, "Meron po." Gano'n na lang ako, "Meron po." Tapos siya, sabi niya lang, bigla na lang, nung pababa na siya, nagpara siya, patayo na siya, bigla niyang kinuha yung wallet niya at sinabutan niya akong 500. Sabi niya, "Oh, baka wala kang pamasahe pa uwi." Tapos bumaba siya. Tapos, alam mo yung, at that particular moment, I knew guardian angels exist. Na parang, wow, parang ako naisip ko, "Lord, hindi mo talaga ako pinababayaan, no?" Parang iisipin ko ba dapat, paano ako uwi, wala na akong pera, wala akong pamasahe. And then there was this person who was ready to help, who sat beside me to help me out. So I went home, I hit a reset, and those were the times that I was very reflective on what I did. And I said na, shit, hindi lang pala ako ang nakakaramdam nito. A lot of teenagers, a lot of people are going through the same thing, and they feel na they have to go through it alone. And so I said to myself, I didn't have anyone by my side to tell me that it's okay to not be okay, to keep going, to just push through. And so I promised to myself that I'll be that person for anybody na pwede ko ma-encounter. That's why I created the podcast, na parang, if you feel alone and you feel na wala na talaga, I just want to be there to remind you that you just gotta keep going. It will make sense soon, and laban lang.
Yung person na to, yung nakatabi mo sa bus, was this a stranger? Like a random person lang?
It was a total stranger.
Wow.
As in, if you don't believe in coincidence or the universe, parang
Right.
that's the moment that I really believe na, wow, like, wala kang masabi talaga. Parang it's straight out of a movie or a book na alam mo yun na sa pelikulang nangyayari, tapos biglang nangyari sa akin. Sabi ko,
Pero
God's good.
thinking back, no, parang everything is connected. Parang every situation is connected from the moment na you were planning to take your own life. Let's say this guy nagpa-plan pa lang na sumakay sa bus na to and then just meet you and give you money, ang galing.
Ang galing. Yeah.
Yeah, and during that time na, sobrang decidido ka na talagang to take your own life, what was that one thought that made you check on your phone or like made you give life another chance? Kasi as you said, na doon ka na gagawin mo na lang What made you hold back?
Okay, di ba, ready na, okay na, ganyan. But, I don't know, maybe there was just a part of me who wanted to see if someone cared, who just wanted to check if someone really cared. And then when I opened it, I was really overwhelmed with the amount of messages, with the amount of calls, the messages on Facebook, on Instagram, on texts and call talaga. Parang doon na. Tapos habang binabasa ko yung mga messages, biglang tumawag na si mama. Pero I think one thing that really makes us be in that low spot. It's not only the pain itself, but also feel like we are alone, with that pain. Pero magugulat ka na lang na sobrang daming tao pala na may pake sa'yo, na hindi lang nila palaging napapakita, pero they're really blessed, or they're really happy that you exist. So parang
Wow, and I agree.
Hey guys, before we head on to the rest of the episode, I'm sure some of you guys are wondering how we collab with brands here in Small Talk. And with that, we use Podmetrics. If you have a podcast, sign up now at podmetrics.co and use the code SMALLTALK, one word, all caps, and in that little way, you can help support the show as well. Oh, and if ever you're an advertiser who wants to collab with Small Talk, head on over to advertiser.podmetrics.co and fill up the form. Again, that's Podmetrics, the easiest way to monetize your podcast.
So, this person who broke your heart noong 2017, tama ba? Tama pagkakalala ko. Pero, well, sabi mo kasi personal. Let's go personal. Okay? So,
go
this
lang.
person, sa tingin mo ba, naka-help siya somehow para makarating ka sa current situation mo
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, like 100%. Even though things got bitter at the end, even though the outcome wasn't the one that we expected, I could not be anymore. Parang alam mo yun, there's no other feeling right now than to be grateful. And this is just a recent realization as well. Of course, ako nung parang it ended in a very bitter way. I was really hurt. I was really angry. I was pissed and all the negative emotions. But then last week, I came sa lamay nung isa kong tito, namatay of cancer. And then when I was looking doon sa kabaong, parang naisip ko na life is too short. Life is really short, that the anger, that the hate that you hold inside of you doesn't really, does not amount to anything. Sobrang liit lang yan. It's totally useless, totally worthless. And so I realized that I should let go of that hatred and that pain. And when I did, biglang may pumalit agad na gratitude, na parang instead of saying na hey, I hate you or fuck you for doing this, napalitan agad na parang thank you for letting me learn more about myself. Thank you for allowing me to be strong when I didn't think that I could. And parang thank you for and there's this song that I constantly repeat these past few days, yung These Days ni Macklemore. As parang ang line niya doon na you're the light for me to find my truth, and I just want to say thank you. Yeah. So, alam mo yan, ang ganda. So, parang actually yung buo nun, parang I heard you moved on to someone new. I hope life is beautiful. You were the light for me to find my truth. I just want to say thank you. And I'm really connected to that lyric.
What is this song? I'm gonna search this song. Ano uli yung title nito? I'm sorry.
These Days.
Macklemore?
Yeah, Macklemore.
Okay, These Days Macklemore. Okay.
Add niyo yan sa playlist niyo. Ayan. So parang ako, yun yung naging, yun yung feeling ko at this moment. Maybe if we did this interview like 2-3 weeks ago, I would have given you a different answer. But right now, that's all I feel. Like, I'm really grateful and I'm really thankful for her, for all the years that we've spent together. And it's just all a part of God's plan. And who am I to doubt it? And I'm just really thankful.
Mm-mm. So this relationship, if I'm not mistaken, narinig ko kasi siya in one of your episodes or on another show, na this relationship lasted for about 10 around 7 years. I don't know.
Yeah, 11 years.
11 years. Mali pa pala ako.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. 11 years.
Back then, ng 2017, we lasted for 7 years and then we broke up. And then we got back together. We tried it again to make it work for 3-4 years. And then it still ended up that way. So, yeah.
Wow. Siguro naman a lot of people can relate to that, especially to those who are in a long-term relationship. So, siguro naman one of your goals on this show is to help people redirect their thoughts.
Yeah.
Na parang, okay, someone broke my heart, gusto ko na magpakamatay, or gusto ko nang sumakay ng bus at pumunta sa ibang town and send love letters to my loved ones. And then that's it. So, anong pwede mong ibigay na advice to people para ma-avoid nilang gawin yun?
Yeah, I mean, the main difference between the first breakup and the second breakup was me realizing that I have a choice on what meaning I would assign to that experience. Before, I didn't read self-help books. I didn't read self-improvement books. My mind was just fixed. My mind had a fixed mindset. Yun lang talaga. But then I realized no, we're actually the ones assigning the meaning to our experiences. And nung second time na nangyari, I said to myself na if I say that this experience will break me, it will. If I say that this experience will teach me a lesson, then it will. Either way, I'm right. Kasi I am the one who assigns that meaning. And so for the people who are experiencing something na hindi nila maintindihan, always remember that you may need some time and space to allow to compose your thoughts, but it ultimately depends on you on anong ibig sabihin ng experience na yun. I mean, perspective is everything.
Gets. So, ano ba? Let's talk about this show. Meron bang time na na-demotivate ka to record an episode? Or may time ba na you want to stop this podcast? Or just want to try something new?
With podcasting, there was a time that I didn't feel like making episodes, especially before I joined Podcast Network Asia. Kasi back then, wala naman akong kontrata na kailangan ko maglabas ng episode. Ako lang talaga yung may gusto.
Okay.
Ngayon, kailangan na.
Okay, may producer ka na eh.
Diba? So before, there were a lot of times na parang nakakalimut. I think the longest was 2 weeks na wala akong upload. And alam mo yun, pag nababurnout kasi ako, naiisip ko yung sarili ko. And it's okay. Okay lang naman mag-feel mo burnout ka or magpahinga ka. Pero for me, when I'm burnt out, it's because I am focusing on myself too much. For example, I'm looking at the numbers. The numbers aren't doing really well. I'm not earning anything from this. All the reasons that I had kung bakit ako tinatamad was very selfish. And then I asked again, Alec, why are you even doing this in the first place? I thought you had a reason. I thought you had a bigger reason, bigger than yourself. And then hit lang ako na parang, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for the people who are going through the same stuff, who might be saved this night or this morning na alam mo yun. So every time na napapaalala ko yung sarili ko na, no, there's someone out there who needs your help. And then I click the record button and I record it and then... yeah, and I keep on going.
Wow. Okay, what else is there to ask?
Pero may second question ka pa eh.
Okay.
Second question mo yung mag-try ng iba.
Okay, go.
Diba, actually, diba, naunang mag-start yung podcasting and then nag-quarantine, nag-start naman yung TikTok. So, nag-quarantine. Noong una, gumawa akong personal account sa TikTok, workout videos, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like, no, I could do more of this. And I noticed that people's attention were paikli ng paikli eh. So parang, okay, they're into this one short tidbit content, parang ganyan. So sabi ko, sige, I'll try to go on TikTok. Nobody knows me there. I could use this as a training ground for me to practice my speaking skills, enhance my speaking skills. So I just told myself na, okay, I'm gonna go 1 minute every single day on TikTok and try to just post ng hindi nauutal, ng hindi nabablanko, just express my thoughts in 1 minute or less. And so every day for 2 months, I posted, like every single day. Yeah, every single day for 2 months I posted. Because I called the page Daily Motivation. So para siya maging daily kung titigil ako. So every single day I posted for 2 months. And then one of my videos blew up and like it really went viral na 3 million views, ganyan. So alam mo yun, it was really surprising. And then the podcast also grew the same. And you know, it was really fun. But at the same time, if someone like message me, I think I had a question on one of my Ask Me Anything portions na, what's your favorite platform? Sabi nilang ganyan. Like I had like 500,000 followers on TikTok at that time, and I had, you know, the podcast was growing steadily. And I still said to them na I love my podcast more kasi it's a deeper connection with my audience. Like I love the people who follows me on TikTok, but for the people who listens to my podcast, you have a really special place in my heart. Sa mga taong nagtatag sa akin or nag-send sa akin ng message, talagang sila yung mas pina-priority ko kasi alam ko na parang I touch their personality or character in a deeper level compared to sa nakita mo sa TikTok, ni-like mo, comment ka, and ganun lang. Yeah.
Actually, before you even join the network, nakikita na kita sa TikTok. And since you're a known person sa TikTok, curious lang ako, nagbabasa ka ba ng comments? Kasi I'm sure ang dami nagko-comment sa videos.
Isa sa mga misconceptions about content creator, or ewan ko kung ako lang to, pero I read every single comment. Like every single one. I don't reply or I don't notice all of them, pero I read every single one of the comments. Like it's really easy to just scroll through and makita mo na kung anong message nung comment nila eh. So, lahat ng message request, lahat ng comment, talagang binabasa ko. And before ang ginagawa ko, lahat nire-replyan ko. But there was a point, like I had 100,000 followers on TikTok, and then I still kept on replying to every single one of them. And I felt burnt out. Doon ako nawala rin ako sa TikTok na parang, oh, this is just taking too much time for myself and nakakapagod na, alam mo yun, na hindi ayaw mo na silang tulungan, pero when you open yourself too much sa ibang tao, you'll have less for yourself. So I needed to balance it out. So that's what I did. Sabi ko ngayon, I only like reply to comments 1 hour every single day. Then pag lumagpas na yun, sorry, nagbukas na kayo. Sana mapansin ko naman yung comment niyo.
Meron ka bang nabasang comment na, ano ba, sobrang na-bother ka? Na sobrang pinag-iisipin mo siya the whole day, gano'n?
I think it's kind of weird to put hate comments on very positive videos like one I'm posting. Diba?
Okay.
Pero, alam mo yun, surprisingly, meron pa ding mga tao na nagko-comment na parang, sino ka ba? Ano ba napatunayan mo? Saan ka ba nag-aaral? Ganyan.
Wow.
Ano bang natapos mo para magsalita ka ng ganyan? I was like, I just said na you guys need to be happy and do these things to be happy or anything or something like that. Tapos sila parang, send proof na psychologist ka para maniwala kami, ganyan. I was like, you know, if you don't get the message, then the message is not for you. Parang ganyan lang isip ko. So, yeah.
Oh my God. So ano naman yung may advice mo sa magko-comment pa lang? Kahit hindi sa Small Talk TikTok account, kahit sa ibang...
Yeah. So my advice to the people who are planning to spew hate on social media, either subconsciously or unconsciously,
right.
Parang I hope you realize that you only have limited energy that you use in a single day. So if you use your energy for hate, then you won't be able to use it for love. If you use your energy for negative things, then you won't have time and energy to spend your life on positive things. So you always have a choice on what kung saan mo ilalagay yung energy mo. So if you put your energy into typing that very long hateful message, hate comment, parang that's gonna take too much of your time. Plus, it's not gonna solve anything. It's not gonna solve your self-esteem. It's not gonna help you with your own problems. So as much as possible, focus on the things na makakatulong na lang sa'yo. Wag na sa ibang tao.
I agree. Kailangan nila makinig sa Small Talk
Yes.
podcast.
And sa iba nating mga podcast sa Podcast Network Asia.
So with that, let's just take a quick break. Oh my gosh, this has been a dream. Okay, let's just take a quick break and hear from our other podcasts from Podcast Network Asia.
Hi, this is Ayin Bernos, the brown girl behind Morena the Label and Ideology Studio, also known as Ayin Pero Tagalog on TikTok.
And this is Riza Lana Sebastian, the serial entrepreneur behind Lana PH, Mink PH, Tala Ala PH, Ambush Clothing, and Wim Manila.
Come listen to Camp Confidence Radio, a podcast about confidence, self-improvement, and success.
You can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Till then, stay confident.
And so we're back. Wow. She is a superstar or something. Anyway, my next question would be, okay, one thing about sa akin kasi is I appreciate the tiniest things. Kahit gaano pa yan kaliit, ma-appreciate ko siya ng sobra-sobra. And just to share, the downside of that naman is if something negative happens to me, for some reason, mapaprocess ng brain ko na sobrang big deal siya. So, what I want to ask is, yung list of smallest things na ginagawa mo to keep you motivated.
Ooh, nice question. That is a nice question. And it really is coming from the smallest things in life. Yung motivation. Inisip natin na kailangan natin makapanood ng really hyped up video para maging motivated. But it's a small things. For example, ako, well, I guess pagdating sa motivation kasi, it's a hard concept to gauge. Lalo na pag alam natin kung paano, how motivation works, na talagang it uses too much of your willpower and it's really exhausting if you want to stay motivated all the time. But then if one thing na natutunan ko lately then, it's just being fully present. It's focusing on the now. And once I was able to do that, I was able to appreciate the small things na meron sa buhay ko. And akala natin routine yung buhay natin. Monday na naman, Tuesday na naman. Pero hindi natin napapansin na every single day, it's a blank state. It's a new day na talagang hindi natin mape-predict kung anong pwede mangyari. So every day, I try to approach my life using that kind of mindset na pagising ko sa umaga, okay, I don't know what can happen, pero I'll try to be very observant and very open na mapansin ko lahat ng bagay. And one thing na din sa akin ng quarantine na, alam mo, you really don't know your family na magugulat ka na ganito pala tong taong to pag nakasama mo sa bahay ng matagal ulit. Parang since nag-Manila ako, taong college, na medyo nakalimutan ko na, may pagbalik ko, nagulat ako, hala, ganito pala yung mga kapatid ko. Hala, ganito pala sila manamit, ganito pala sila sumagot, ganito pa sila kumain. And you become very observant of those things. And it's just that you know that you're gonna learn something every single day. That's what makes me motivated, because even though a lot of people are praising me online and I really appreciate them, I still feel like I'm just getting started with the things that I'm doing. I'm still an empty cup na talagang dami ko pang matututunan, and yun ang nagpo-push din sa akin to stay motivated, na alam ko na sobrang dami ko pang kailangan matutunan.
Ooh, you actually have a good point. Ngayon ko lang yun narinig. And I'm gonna apply that starting today. Okay. So, I am so sorry. Nagkakalat na ako.
No, it's okay. It's very casual. I think ma-appreciate din ng mga listeners ko to. Kasi hindi nila nakikita yung ganitong side na Alec. Nakikita nila yung maayos yung pacing, maayos yung tonality, very, akala nila scripted. Yung ganito lang na casual na conversation, magugustuhan nila to.
Pero I'm so sorry, you guys. Nagkakalat na lang kami dito ni Alec. Pero, going back dun sa heartbreak mo, I'm so sorry, wala na kasi ako matanong kung binabalik ko yung past mo. Pero, what would you say is the dumbest or stupidest? Is there such a word? Stupidest?
Yeah. But let's make it a word.
Okay, from now on, it's a word. What would you say is the dumbest thing you did for that relationship or in a relationship in general? Ikaw kasi, sumusunod lang naman po ako sa instructions niyo.
Okay. Well, when I think about, the dumbest thing, usually that's the thing that we regret, di ba? So parang, ano yung naisip ko, what's the thing that I regret? Shucks. Okay. So I guess one thing that I would say would be probably stupid is not prioritizing myself in the scenario na talagang ako na lang yung nagsasabi na hindi ko dapat i-prioritize yung sarili ko. In other words, parang there's this quote that I read and I also shared it on my stories na parang something that has happened once may never happen again, but something that has happened twice will surely happen a third time. So that was me giving way too many chances than I should have. Maybe when the first one when the first toxicity appears, parang dapat, okay, yun, we can try again. Pero when the second time, dapat dun na tinapos ko na. Dun na sinabi ko, enough. Ako naman. Ayusin ko, hindi na to okay sa akin. Ganyan. Pero, alam mo yun, I think, and I'm not blaming it on her. I feel like because of the structure of the relationship that we had, because of me allowing those toxicity to exist, I became toxic as well. I was a part of that toxicity. And because hindi ko kinaya na tumayo sa pa ako, I gave an avenue for her to be toxic. So a part of me was to blame. I had fault din sa nangyaring ganon. But yes, I guess one thing na dadalin ko sa mga future relationships ko na I need to have my own boundaries and I need to enforce it very strictly kasi it's not only for me, but it's also for the relationship and the dynamics of the relationship that will, help us move forward.
Siguro it's safe to say na once a red flag happens in a relationship, it was your choice if ever that red flag happens again.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It was.
Ayun. Baka naman may tatanong ka na sa akin. Siguro naman you have questions on your mind.
Ko. No, okay. So, one thing that I learned recently that I really love podcasting. Like, people can say that I love talking about relationships. I love talking about motivation, mental health. I'm really having fun talking about those things, but my heart is really into podcasting, and I learned that when I just finished my first batch of the Podcast Academy. Like, I teach people how to create their own podcast, grow their podcast, possibly monetize their own podcast. And then nagulat ako when the classes started. I was really passionate. Like, hindi ako naubusan ng sasabihin. 3 oras. Sila na yung napapagod. Talagang I was really passionate with what I'm doing. So I can say na for me, podcasting is something that I really enjoy doing. And I want to know, bakit ikaw, paano ka napadpad sa podcasting world?
Okay, as I've mentioned earlier sa kwento ko, when I first discovered what a podcast was, sobrang na-appreciate ko siya in a way kasi there's a new platform na you can use to help other people. Like, similar to the Mindset Mentor or similar to your show. Diba? So, after listening to a couple of episodes, I actually tweeted like years ago or a year ago, I'm not sure, na I wanted to start my own podcast, but I don't have the voice.
What?
Literally the voice to talk for an hour. Kasi if you notice, you guys, my voice is a little bit raspy, if that makes sense.
Ayos nga yan eh.
Yun.
For sure, for the people who are listening right now are like, what? No way. Ganda nga ng boses mo eh.
Uy, grabe ka naman. Pero yun, that was the time of the pandemic na also. And Podcast Network Asia is looking for a podcast producer. So parang ako, uy, sakto to ah. And ayun, I applied for the position, and one thing also about me is, lagi ko itong sinasabi sa sarili ko, even before, na kung magkakaroon man ako ng job, gusto ko yung may mamimita ko maraming tao, at the same time, may matututunan ako sa kanila. I wanna know their stories. I wanna know what they have to say regarding a specific topic. Alam mo yun? So yun, ito na ako, invading your show and even other shows within the network.
So basically, may podcast ka na din. Ngayon, podcast na to.
Podcast na to. Wala na atrasan. And all
dati
the other
gusto mo
shows.
mag-start ng sarili mong podcast. Ngayon, ikaw na yung may podcast ka na sobrang dami pa.
Totoo. So sobrang dami kong shows na hinahandle. Akin kayong lahat. So, ayun. And also, during that time na I tweeted na I wanted to start my own podcast, wala akong idea na marami na pala tayong local artists na who started their own show na as well. So, I am just really grateful to be part of this family na we have.
Yeah, and I also believe that the podcast industry is still at a very early age right now. Hindi pa tayo talaga nandun sa peak na, kahit nga sa medyo peak pa lang, wala pa tayo dun. Feeling ko nasa baby stages pa lang talaga ng podcasting. And, I know that you probably feel the same way, that we're happy to be here na at a very early phase na we're here. Kahit ngayon, medyo hindi pa tayo ganun ka-incentivized pagdating sa podcasting. Pero, alam natin na parehas na may mapupuntahan tong podcasting. Kaya, yeah.
Konti na lang, that's for sure. Any other questions, Alec?
How about ikaw? You heard my stories of my heartbreak, and you probably, learned heard the lessons that I learned. I want to know about you.
Okay, here we go.
I saw your post ni Kai. Do not, I saw, may mga share ka sa Facebook na medyo kahit meme siya, medyo may hugot. So,
okay.
Where's that coming from? And, meron ka bang mga lessons na pwedeng i-share sa amin?
On the spot mo ako. I hate this. Okay. Sige na nga. Okay, I've been going through a breakup kasi, and it's my very first breakup. So, baby's first breakup. Congrats to me. So, ayun. That's the reason behind all the Facebook posts, all the Instagram story. Who got Instagram stories? So, the lesson would be...
Well, ayaw talaga magkwento.
Wala, very showbiz tayo dito. Okay. So... I'm not sure if this is gonna make sense or if this is super simple lang, because obviously my mind is still all over the place. But one thing I learned from that relationship siguro is kapag may ginawa sa'yo yung partner mo na you appreciate, even if it's the tiniest thing, you have to let them know right away. Kasi a simple thank you will go a long way, I promise you. So, if you keep forgetting to say thank you, or if you keep forgetting to, make them feel appreciated man lang, it's gonna be a problem in the long run. And I'm not saying na yun yung nangyari sa previous relationship ko.
May disclaimer.
Oo. So, pero yun, you get the point naman. So, there.
Yeah, I guess I experienced the same thing dun sa previous. And the thing about not appreciating, I think it can also fall into the category if they're not properly receiving your love language. So parang kunyari ikaw, ako I'm a very touchy person. Gusto ko yung physical touch. So gusto ko yakap, gusto ko kiss, ganyan. Tapos siya pala more on words, di ba? Or more on gifts, ganyan. So ako, ito yung gift ko, yakap. Or ayaw mo to, ganyan. Ayaw mo to. So ano ba? Alam mo yun, imbis na mag-explain pa ako, sobrang haba, yakapin na lang kita. Parang ganun yung, ako mas gusto ko yung ganun. Kesa bigyan mo ako ng mahabang advice, just tap me on the shoulder na parang, okay, I appreciate you. Mas gusto ko yun. Pero siya pala, hindi pala ganun, di ba? So it's really important to establish din na what are you expecting from the relationship? Or parang, alam mo yun, ano ba yung mga expectations nyo para properly nyo ma-manage na okay, so kahit paano pala, mahalaga pala yung sa mga gantong bagay. Kasi kung hindi, pag dumating kayo sa comfortable stage, after 2 years yan, maximum from 1 to 2 years honeymoon stage, di ba? After nun, comfortable stage na. And pag comfortable na yun, isipin mo, alam mo na lahat tungkol sa tao. Kabisado mo na yan, ganito gumalaw yan, ganito gumanyan yan. Pero magulat ka na hindi pala. Marami ka pang bagay na hindi alam sa kanila. And doon kayo magkakaroon ng conflict. And doon kayo konti-konti masisira.
That's
diba?
true. So you guys, before you enter a relationship, make sure you have a checklist. So, ayun.
Yeah, and probably that's a good thing. Pero it's important to note then you don't need to check all the boxes. Alam mo yun, minsan gagawa tayong checklist. You need to check all the boxes. But as long as you are okay with the boxes that you check and they are aware of the boxes that you check or sa kanila, yun na na-check nila sa'yo, I think that's good, di ba?
Yeah, and also, communication is key.
Always.
So, it's really important na you guys always align. So, mag-schedule kayo ng weekly alignment meeting dyan. Pero, if there's something bothering you, you have to tell them right away. Kasi, we're all adults here. Come on.
Yeah.
And, you can't expect your partner to know everything. You have to tell them. Kasi, we're not born mind readers here. Ano ba?
Ang weird, no? Ang weird na parang, if you don't mind me asking, gaano kayo katagal?
Nino, char. Magpo 4 years na dapat kami this year. Yeah, dapat 4 years.
Oh, 4 years. The magic number. 4, 7, 10. Ayan yung mga Diyan ang mga magic 3? Number. 3 ba? Alam ko 2 eh. 2, 4, 7, 10. Yun ang akin. Ang weird kasi magkaiba man tayo ng length ng relationship, it's still the same problem. It's still the same issues that I had to deal with, like knowing that communication is key and properly applying it every single day and just, trying to understand the love language of your partner, their expectations, knowing your boundaries as well. It's the same thing. And I guess we can say, or it's safe to say, na there is a type of love that will come into our life and will teach us the hard way. Teach the things that we need to learn the hard way. And right now, syempre, pag pumasok tayo sa relationship, moving forward with our lives, moving on with our lives, we know what to do. That's something that we cannot, or we did not, and we probably cannot learn nung nandun pa. Kahit anong usap kayo niya, parang some love was meant to teach you instead of stay with you, and that's sad. that's so sad.
I'm not a jowa, not a teacher. Joke for only.
parang a friend of mine, si Yen, nabanggit niya na there's 3 types of love.
Uy, babanggitin ko pa lang yan, pero
okay, sige, ikaw nga.
Okay, sige. Let me know if tama ako.
Sige.
Okay, the first kind of love would be the puppy high school love.
Yeah.
The second one is the love that will teach you endless lessons. And the third one would be the last one? Or yung true love talaga?
Yeah, the one you end up with.
The one you end up with.
It's the one you end up with.
Yeah.
And yeah, parang, and the thing is, hindi siya talaga chronological na 1, 2, 3 eh. Minsan, 2 beses mo may experience yung second type of love. Minsan 3, minsan 5. Minsan, yung first and second mo siya rin. Diba? Minsan nga, first, second, third, siya talaga eh. Pero it all depends on the context, on your own experience. But whatever context you are in, it's important to know that there's still this third love out there that's waiting for you, na yun talaga yung makakatuluyan mo at the end, diba? I would like to know more. Like, let me just touch on this. I think we have a lot of things to talk about, and like I'm really happy that you're here, Nikay. I'm sure na if I want to create a podcast episode and I just want to share my thoughts like candidly, I'm gonna hit you up. And Nikay, let's record the podcast session.
Go,
Kasi,
let me invade your show once again.
Kasi, di ba? Kasi sa iba, pag nag-invite ako ng guest, parang sila ang ako hindi ko na share yung thoughts ko. Gusto ko sila lang na sila magsalita. Pero ngayon, I really like this format that we're just sharing our raw and genuine thoughts. And I feel like we have a lot of things to talk about. But I guess what I would like to say to conclude this episode or this session, it's that, towards the end, na parang moving forward, I'm really grateful for the 100 episodes that I created on Small Talk. Like it's a feature that I never expected to achieve. But hindi to pambobola, but I really wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys, especially for you, Nikay. I mean, you help me with the podcast a lot. And for the people who are listening, I just want to say thank you. Like I didn't ask you, you don't know me personally, but you're there always supporting the podcast. And if any of my episodes have touched you on a deeper level, then I'm very happy. But I just want to be there to remind you it's the things that you already know deep inside yourself. And I just want, and kunin nyo lang sa loob-loob nyo yung mga alam nyo na talagang lesson sa buhay. But yeah, I guess moving forward, I'm really excited about the podcast. We have a lot of things. We have a lot of plans for the podcast. Hopefully, ma-reach natin yung premium tier sa Podcast Network Asia and probably get a deal with Spotify as well. So there's a lot of possibilities, and I'm just really excited na even though I've gone through so much, dami na nating napagkwentuhan, I feel like the chapter of my life is just starting. So I'm really happy to spend it, to spend the start of this whole new journey or whole new chapter with you guys. So thank you. Thank you.
Yay. Thanks, you guys. And also let me know if you still want me to invade the show. So,
yeah. If sabi niya, bakit di tinanong ni Nikay ito? Dapat ganito. Just let her know.
Yeah, just let me know or let Alec know. So,
okay.
Yun.
So, yeah. Wala ka ng mga final thoughts, Nikay. Final thoughts.
Okay, so coming from a random person like me, tama nga naman yung pinagkwentuhan namin ni Alec kanina na kahit gaano man ka-intense yung nangyari sa'yo before or kung gaano man ka-drastic, always remember na it will always have a lesson. And that lesson will help you throughout your success in the future. Wow! Who is she? Nanggaling talaga sa akin. Pero it's true. Kahit gaano kapangit yung nangyayari sa'yo, it will always lead you to success. Tingnan mo, 100 episode na si Alec ngayon. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Nikay. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward for the next sessions that we're going to have here on Small Talk. But yeah, I guess we will end the episode right here, right now. If you love this episode, if you like this episode, if you learned something from this episode, then quote us, quote me, quote Nikay, and share it on your Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And do not forget to tag me at Small Talk Podcast, and babasahin namin lahat ng insights and reviews nyo sa podcast na to. So thank you guys, and I'm looking forward to the next 100 episodes. Bye-bye and see you next episode.
Thank you for listening to Small Talk. For more updates, you can follow me at Small Talk Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. That's at Small Talk Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.